Welcome back, guys. So, today I thought of discussing with you about the first step of testing. When we plan or when we aim or when our aspiration is to become a tester, the first thing in the ladder that you should be aware of is manual testing. I saw personally few guys, I met few guys who were trying to do something in testing, but they have no prior knowledge of manual testing and they are directly trying to jump into automation. But you know, you can say that as a prerequisite or a first step in this particular field, we all should be, aware of manual testing, that what is manual testing and other related details, and at least if you are trying to move to automation, before that you have some basic ideas. So firstly I will try to you know tell something about what is manual testing and what is specifically a testing means. So if I will say that uh, if you have seen something, if you have brought something in your daily life, you must have already checked it that it is working fine or not, and if not, you have complained about it with the required point of contact, and probably they have either replaced it or they have tried to fix the issue and give it back to you, and you have again tried it, and if you have satisfied, then you have you can say that you have said okay to it and you have moved on. So if you will try to picture or visualize that particular thing here, so in software testing also things go in that way, more or less. If we will go by a book of software testing, there are few processes that we have to follow, but a layman style, you can say that this is the whole timeline we have to follow to do a testing process. So for any testing professional, the initial stage entails manual testing. As I was telling, you should be aware of testing, manual testing. What is manual testing? So manual testing is something where human effort is utilized, and something which is done by human from starting, that is from requirement gathering. Do not get bothered with these terminologies, but I will let you know these things one by one in further lectures. Requirement gathering, then preparation, data loading, execution, everything is manually done by a human. That comes under manual testing. This is a high level just to understand. And my personal aspect, as I am working in this particular field from more than 6 years, and most of the time I have done manual testing. Even I also try to switch to automation, frankly speaking, but coding is something I am not that much aware of, or you can say I do not like it. I feel it is very boring, so I choose to you can say that I'm not sure how it will sound, but you can choose to say that the job what I am doing is is like finding mistakes in others work. Funny na, means we are finding defects in codes, and we are again pushing it back for testing purpose. So those things is our work, and this is very exciting. But when you start working as a tester, if you have, I'm not sure, probably most of you have seen Avengers movie, and in that you have seen Hulk as well. So once that mark that guy who played that character. He's not Hulk, he's a normal guy, but when he switched to Hulk mode, he's something else. He start uh, you know uh, doing something which is extraordinary. So in same way, if you aspire to be a tester, you must embody the persona of Incredible Hulk during testing. This means being suspicious, uncompromising, and hostile toward any software code that does not meet the desired standards. So I must say you should be compulsive enough. You should be obsessed with identifying the bugs and destroying any flaws in the code. Because client have given money for that, and if you are not doing your job, then it's you know a very big issue for them that they are paying money also, and failure to do so will be hinder the success of project. And there is a quote I must say that bitterness of low level quality of software testing will remain long enough after the sweetness of uh, you know after the sweetness of, you can say that, small amount of money applied on that particular software is vanished. So these are things that we have to deal with in our personal life, and as well as in this particular IT sector. So let's begin. So what I have done is I have created this a kind of syllabus which will help you understand that how we will go and progress in our further lectures, and what are the things we will cover. So so the course outline which I have designed is, there are you can say 5 sections is there. So in section 1, what I have done, I have created fundamental of testing, and in this there are so many things to discuss. And in section 2, I have created testing throughout the software development lifecycle. So this will be the area where we have to go deep down into the life cycle of the testing process. Then comes the static testing, and after that, if you will see, I have created 3 sections, and then rest 3 will be kind of lesson. Why these 3 have been created as lesson and why upper 3 has been created as section. So those 3 are sections because they have a different impact in the testing process, and the last 3 are kind of lesson because here you will be doing kind of debugging, analysis, reporting, and learning of tools. So these are something comes as a different suite as a part of the above 3. But all whole these 5 things are a complete suite which everyone should be aware if they are going through testing process or have any kind of indulgence in that particular thing, software testing. So after that, what I have done is, those 5 areas I have subdivided into skills. The thought process on that is, why I have done that is like, once you will cover a particular, if I will say you will cover the section 1, there will be lots of subsections. But if I will divide them in skills, what will happen, you will feel like, okay, these many skills I have already covered. These are the skills, these are the arrows in now with me, and I have learned this much thing, and so this will be called as your skill. So that will be a kind of motivation for you to go further. If you will feel like you do not want to continue, you will say that okay, these many skills I have covered, I have to go a little more to grab the other skills. So that will be a kind of motivation for you to. So I can say that to make things easier, it's important to clearly label each section and break them down into more specific categories. This will help keep everything organized and easy to navigate. So that's all the course outline is. So if I will discuss about the first skill, so if I will move back, so the section 1 which covered is here is fundamentals of testing. So in the first skill, which is part of fundamental of testing, what it said that there are three skills. Okay, skill 1.1, which is what is testing, and under that there are other subparts like what is testing, test objectives, testing and debugging. Similarly, skill 1.2, why is testing necessary. So we will come to know why the testing is necessary and why we should do it, and how testing and quality assurance is different, or how they are similar. Then the important thing is like what is bug, defect, failures, root causes of them, and how they are different from each other. Then testing principles, what are the testing principles, all those things come under the first skill, which is come under the section the fundamental of testing. Then again there are other things which comes under like activities and the testing, the testware and the test roles. So these things comes under the particular first skill, and you will come to know about testing activities and tasks, test process in context, testware, traceability matrix, and the role in testing. Everything will be there. Then again, generic skill required for testing, whole team approach, how should the team approach for a particular kind of application, and independence of testing. All these things will come under the first skill. Now if you will talk about the second skill, so which section is dealing with this particular skill. So if you will go back, you can see testing throughout the software development lifecycle. Here we are discussing this life cycle. So what are the skills we have here is like testing in context of software development life cycle. There are different life cycle. Then we will talk about how DevOps is involved in testing, and retrospecting our work, impact of software development life cycle on testing, testing as a driver for software development. And then again there are different test level, test types, confirmation testing and regression testing, maintenance of the testing. All those things comes under this. Then after that, third skill which comes under the section of static testing. So in that what will happen, there are skills like static testing basics, feedback and review process, as you will be gathering the requirement, then moving for the you can say that planning of those requirement into test cases, and then loading data, execution. So after every step you will go through review processes, feedback, and then other things which we will cover in this particular third skill. And this is how you can assume like these are the skills you are covering day by day, and you are getting motivated that you are becoming a tester. Then the fourth skill, it will be like testing, test techniques overview, black box testing. What is black box testing? Then what is white box testing? What are the different classification under black box testing? These are some basic interview questions also, like what is boundary value analysis, decision table testing, how you will do equivalence partitioning, and how the boundary value analysis and equivalence partitioning is similar and different from each other. All these things will come under fourth skill. Then again, white box testing, how it is different from black box testing, when we will do white box, when we will do black box. Then experience based test techniques like error guessing, like exploratory testing, checklist based testing. All this will come under experience based, like when you have already aware of the application, and then you want to do something which is come under this particular part, like when you are experienced enough that you are aware of whole application and the testing is done, and you want to say see anything missed or not, then it will come under this part. Then collaboration based test approaches are there, which we will discuss, and after that, there will be fifth skill. So fifth skill, what I have done is I have divided into two parts. One will be the test planning and other stuff, and other will be tools, what tools we can use in manual testing and those kind of things. So if you will see, there are test planning under which you can easily understand, like there will be exit process, entry process, MTP, master test plan, EOTR, indoor test report. All those things will be the estimation which we will do in initial days, where that cost of the project of testing, those things will become. So these kind of things we will discuss in our fifth skill. And then there will be monitoring, control, completion, all those things. After that, we will do configuration management, and then there will be defect management, which is very much important, defect management, and we will have a look of it very clearly, and we will see how it will go. Then in part 2, as I told you, tool support for testing will be done, where we will do tool supporting for testing and benefit and risk of the test automation. Those things will be covered. After that, to cover or the summarize whole things, I must say, on this particular channel which I have created with the aim that anyone involved in software testing, this includes people in roles such as tester, test analyst, test engineers, test consultants, test managers, or the developers even, and the whole team, development team, which include tester as well as business team and the testing team. This video channel is helpful for all, and those who want a basic understanding of software testing. For example, a fresher who is just passing out from the college and he want to do something in IT field and is not very much often fond of coding part, and you want to do something, then for them, then someone who have experience, and again like product owners, product managers, quality managers, software development managers, business analyst, even IT directors, management consultant, anyone. Okay, so what I meant to see is the whole community should come together to watch and see and learn, because mutually only we can grow. So this video channel has content for testing professional at all stages of their careers, offering both breadth and depth of the knowledge. So we will see from the next lecture that how we will go, and this will be our syllabus, and we will start with the fundamental of the testing. So till then, thank you.